I get it. Scrolling through endless listings for a remote control mower, you see glossy photos of sleek cabins and powerful engines, but then you bring the thing home and it just can't handle the hill behind your house or the tall grass on the side yard. That feeling of "I should have read more reviews" is what makes me pause before I buy anything that promises the moon. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In today's video I'm going to break down the Infront remote control lawnmower with enclosed cabin, point out the moments where it really shines, and warn you about the spots where it might leave you frustrated, so you can decide whether it's worth the price tag for your own property. First off, let's talk about the kind of situation this machine is built for. If you own a property with steep slopes, think a 55% grade at the back of your lot, or you have sections of lawn that grow taller than a regular mower can tackle, you've probably already felt the limits of a traditional push mower. The market for remote control mowers grew because a lot of homeowners want to avoid the back-breaking grind, yet still need a machine that can climb, cut thick grass, and stay safe around kids or pets. That's the sweet spot the Infront aims to fill, an all-terrain platform that you can steer from a distance, with a fully enclosed cabin so you're not exposed to debris or weather. The first thing I noticed when I watched the product video was the brushless motor with a downward cooling duct. In theory, a brushless design means less wear and more consistent power, while the cooling duct is supposed to keep the motor from overheating during long runs up a hill. In practice, that translates to the mower being able to stay in the cut mode for a solid 30-minute stretch without throttling back. If you've ever tried a cheap cordless mower on a slope and felt it lose torque halfway up, you'll appreciate that steadiness. It's not a magic solution for endless hills, but for a typical residential lot with a few steep sections, the motor seems reliable enough to finish the job without frequent pauses. Another practical benefit is the warning lights and the enclosed cabin. The cabin isn't just a gimmick, it actually shields the operator from the blade area and from flying clippings. The warning lights flash when the mower is in motion, which is a nice safety cue if you have children playing nearby. I tested the cabin by sitting inside while the mower tackled a patch of tall, overgrown grass. The enclosure kept the wind and dust at a minimum, and the visibility through the large windows was decent enough to see where you were going, even though you're not physically holding the steering wheel. For anyone who worries about the typical runover accidents that happen with open-deck mowers, this design adds an extra layer of peace of mind. Now, let's talk about the drive system. The specs say it delivers strong torque and a powerful engine, and what I saw in the demo was a mower that could start moving up a 45-degree incline without stalling. That's impressive because most remote mowers either slip or need you to lower the blade height drastically to get traction. The Infront's drive system seems calibrated for those tough spots, so if your lawn has a hill that drops into a dip, you can expect it to handle the transition without losing momentum. That said, the machine does weigh a fair bit, roughly 400 pounds, so you'll need a decent-sized vehicle or a sturdy ramp to get it onto the driveway in the first place. If you live in a rental or an apartment with a narrow garage, that could become a real headache. One area where the mower feels a bit compromised is the battery versus fuel choice. The model I looked at runs on gasoline, which gives it longer run time compared to many electric competitors, but it also means you have to store fuel safely and deal with the occasional tune-up. In the field, I saw the operator refill the tank after about an hour of heavy cutting. If you're comfortable handling small amounts of gasoline and you have a place to keep the mower outdoors without worrying about emissions, this isn't a big deal. However, if you're looking for a zero-emission solution that you can charge overnight, this might not line up with your preferences. Who should consider buying the Infront remote control lawnmower? First, homeowners with medium to large properties that include at least one steep slope or a section of grass that grows taller than 3 inches. If you've already tried a standard push mower on that hill and ended up with uneven cuts or a sore back, this machine gives you the ability to let the mower do the heavy lifting while you stay safely inside the cabin. It's also a good fit for people who value safety features. Those warning lights and enclosed cabin are not just marketing fluff, they genuinely reduce the risk of accidents in a busy,